I'm Holly from Pink, and today we are doing a technique on my client called Ombre. And what Ombre is, it is a technique that I use with a balayage technique, which is painting, the art of painting on color on the hair. The ombre is a very, very diffused look on the hair. It's what you're seeing today in all of the magazines and glamour people. Drew Barrymore hair, very sun-kissed hair. It's going to be very, very sun-kissed, more so at the bottom, only left 2 or 3 shades, and very diffused towards the front. This is a great technique for clients that we have who don't really want to be in the salon every 4 weeks to have their highlights touched up. Again, it's a very diffused look, very natural look. You can do really high pigment colors as well, bright pinks at the ends, and sky's the limit. You really can do a lot with ombre, but for the most part, it's a very natural, soft-looking technique. The way that I do it, you'll see in just a few moments, but I'm using a special Artigo lightener that I use here in the salon. We use only really high-end products, and you'll see in just a moment the different technique that we use with our paddle and our brush for the ombre. So this is the ombre technique, and what Tracy is doing is she's starting with the front section, which we take several different sections and again do that balayage painting on with large sections of the hair. And this way the hair is getting color mostly on that top layer, very diffused look again, very quick technique in the chair, not as long as foils, and really a beautiful, beautiful turnout. You can see there is definitely a special way of doing this using the paddle and the brush. It's not typical to foils at all, and it definitely is an art, so you just don't want, if you've never tried it before, if you're a hairdresser watching this, definitely take a class, or I highly recommend Sigger's hairdressers in Atlanta. They're a great team and work all the time with this technique. They teach this technique at the American Board Certified Hair Colorist seminars, and they're always over in France learning the latest European techniques as well. And as Tracy's loading up her brush there, again working the front. So the ombre is going to give you that look of a really nice sun-kissed look. Almost if you had no color in your hair at all, it looks like you were in the Caribbean or Puerto Rico for a month solid, and just absolutely beautiful. Not a real maintenance at home, you know, it's very easy to care for with professional products, but as far as coming back into the salon for color, not quite as often as if you were to have foiling done. So here we are again, we're doing the ombre technique. You can see on our guest here that there's a lot of lightness towards the front of her face, so it's going to reflect a lot of lightness in through there, which naturally happens when you're in the sun for days and days, and it will be very diffused. It's not going to look like this much color when it's rinsed out. You're going to see the difference. She's going to be very light towards the bottom. Again, what we're going for with Sue today is very natural sun-kissed hair, a couple of shades lighter than her own, maybe 3 shades lighter at the bottom, and then work off of that. And definitely you always want to take your haircut into consideration. This technique isn't for everyone. Definitely having a little bit of length on the hair helps, and it doesn't mean long length like this. It could be a shorter haircut with a long layer top. So it just depends. So you want to make sure that if you have it done, you ask your stylist, is this the right technique for you? Again, just working in that ombre technique. So this is the finished technique of ombre. This is ombre color. Again, using the balayage skills that we have in the salon to achieve this all over towards the end of the hair for lightness look. As you can see, those light pieces in the front are still nice and light, but it's very, very diffused. Lightest pieces being right on her ends, which is absolutely gorgeous. Looking at the back here, you can see most of her lightness is at the ends and through here. Much darker interior, which is very natural. It should look that way. And again, around to the side too, very natural, very easy for growing it out as well, very low maintenance. Certainly, if you can change the tone by doing an all-over glaze in the salon when needed. But again, this is the ombre technique at Pink, and you can visit us at www.pinkcutcolor.com. Thank you.